Hi everyone. So today we're going to hear a story about three men who stood up for what they believe is right. And in a minute I'll tell you the story. But first of all, I'd like you to do, we're going to do a craft. So what you need is a plain piece of paper and some colouring pens. And if you take your socks off, you can draw around your feet onto the paper. So you should have an outline that looks like that. If you're doing both your feet, mine are a bit big to fit on one piece of paper, but you might have enough room with your feet. So when you've done that, then you can colour it in and make it nice and bright. You can colour your toenails in different colours and then cut it out so you've got a foot shape. Here's one that I did, and I've written, "I will stand up for God." Just to remind me that it's important to stand up for what we believe is right when people try and make us do things that we don't think is right. Okay, so you can be doing that while I'll tell the story. Now, King Nebuchadnezzar made a huge statue of himself. It was enormous. He put it up in the middle of a great big plain area. The king said that when music played, everyone had to bow down and worship the statue. Now, Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego loved God and wanted to do what he told them. God's rules say that you should only worship God and nobody else. So they decided that they couldn't do what the king said. They wouldn't worship the statue. So when the music played and everyone bowed down, Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego stayed standing up. When the king found out that Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego were refusing to bow down to the statue, he was furious. He called them to him and said, "Why won't you bow down to worship my statue? The punishment is death. I will throw you into a fire." But Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego said to the king, "Our God is so powerful that he could keep us safe in your fire. And whatever happens to us, we will not bow down to worship your statue, because we love God and we want to keep his laws." The king was so angry that he made the fire even hotter than it was before and made some of the soldiers go and throw Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego into the fire. But something amazing happened. Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego weren't burned. The king could see them walking around in the fire, and another man was with them too. We think this may be Jesus. Anyway, the king called them to come out. So Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego came out, and they weren't hurt at all. Even their clothes did not smell of smoke. The king was amazed. He said, "Wow, your God is an amazing God." So there's the end of that story. Do you think that they were surprised when Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego weren't hurt in the fire? God kept them safe, didn't he? But they didn't know that God was going to keep them safe. They thought they might die. But because they loved God so much, they would rather die doing the right thing than doing the wrong thing. So we won't ever have to deal with something as horrendous as that, but sometimes we do need to make decisions, and we need to make a decision to do the right thing, don't we? And when that happens, we can stand up for God. So hopefully you've done your feet by now, so let's hold them up and let's all say together, "I will stand up for God." Amen. Hope you have a good week, and I'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye.